Alright, what's up guys? Today we're doing a deck profile for one of the best structure decks ever printed, which is going to be the Dinosaur structure deck. Basically, this is like one of the greatest boss monsters ever. This deck took dinosaurs, which was like tier 15, like it didn't matter. No one was thinking about dinosaurs, and put dinosaurs to a tier 1 Nationals World Championship winning deck with just maybe like 4 or 5 cards. Crazy, crazy structure deck. Made dinosaurs incredible. It's what they have to do with reptiles, to be honest with you. That's a whole different conversation. But let's get started. We play 2 copies of Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. It's like Blackluster Soldier on crack. Very good card. Then we've got 3 copies of Soul Eating Oviraptor. Searches your entire, basically all of the dinosaurs in your deck. Lets you send any of those monsters to the graveyard if you wanted to. And then it has a cool effect where it can pop a dinosaur monster on the field to special summon a dinosaur monster from the graveyard, which is really, really good. Then we play 3 copies of Miscellaneousaurus. Awesome card, protects your dinosaurs, and it has a second effect where it banishes itself and other cards and summons a monster from the graveyard with levels equal to the amount of monsters you banished. Really good. It basically summons anything. Then we play 3 copies of Baby Ceratosaurus. When this gets popped, you summon a level 4 dinosaur monster, level 4 lower dinosaur monster from your deck, which is really, really good, and actually lets you summon itself. Play 1 copy of Petite Pterodon. Same thing, but with levels higher than 4. 1 Jirac Alio, which is just a tuner. It could be a normal monster for all it mattered. 1 copy of Dino Wrestler Pankratrops, because it is a dinosaur deck and we have a million ways to get to him, which is really cool. 1 copy of Giant Rex. 1 Overtext Weightless. I play 1 because we're not really relying on the Double Evolution Pill in this build, but Double Evolution Pill is still a very good card overall. So sometimes I would say it's a good way to get to it a little faster. Then we play 2 copies of True King the Vanisher. I play 2 because I just want to reduce the amount of level 9s. They're kind of otherwise sort of breaking. This card's searchable. There are a lot of hands where I'll have like 3 copies of this, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with all these? And then I have to pop themselves, and it gets a little weird. So I just play 2 of this. I play 1 Fathomer. Fathomer, when this card gets popped, you can summon this from your deck in defense position, which puts a level 9 on board, which is the end game, what you want to do anyway. 1 copy of the Thunder Kaiju. It's a level 9, and it's a different type and attribute than these guys, so you can use it off of World Legacy Monstrosity. Then we've got 1 Nightmare Incarnation Italy, which is a really cool card, protects your level 9s, but mostly you just use it for Monstrosity. 1 World Legacy Guard Dragon Mardrak, which is another card you just kind of use for to summon off of level 9s, or you can summon it off of LP. And we've got 1 Aforementioned Goliath to finish our combos off with the Heretic Spheres. 1 World Legacy Guard Dragon, or is it World Chalice Guard Dragon, I'm sorry. And then 3 copies of Ash Blossom. 3 copies definitely for our spell cards of Diagram, because Diagram does everything for this deck. A lot of it's its main combo starter, basically. You want to see a Diagram in every single opening hand, so definitely max out on that. Play 1 copy of Lost World, and the only reason you play it is because of the set rotation. This is really what we want to see. 1 copy of Terraforming. So I wouldn't be playing this goofy set rotation stuff if there was another Terraforming I could just play. But with Terraforming, like, you really, really, really want to start off with a Diagram in your hand. A lot of combos start with Diagram and Baby Ceratosaurus, and you got to make sure that you start off with those 2 cards. Then we play 3 copies of Fossil Dig. This is just to search dinosaurs. World Legacy. This is the copy of World Legacy Succession. This is searchable off of Ib, the World Legacy Justicar. Just in case we draw, for example, the World Legacy Monstrosity, or just to have some variety, right? It's not a bad card. This card's like a searchable Monster Reborn. I don't mind playing this in the deck. I think it's a very good card, and I'm going to go ahead and keep it in there. I never find that this is like a brick card or a bad card. I like this card a lot. And World Legacy Monstrosity is one of the more broken cards. Basically, you get to search out... basically, if you have a level 9, you can summon 2 level 9s from your deck with different attributes and levels, which is really cool. And then you get basically free link material, and then you go into one of the most broken XYZ monsters, which is the, where is he? True King of all calamities. One of the most broken XYZ monsters ever printed, but for good reason, because getting level 9s isn't exactly easy, or at least it wasn't through all of Yu-Gi-Oh! And then we play 3 copies of Call by the Grave because we want our combos to go through, and 1 double evolution pill because it's a hard once per turn, and I would rather, I basically have 2 copies because I can search it off of the Kuwait lists and this, but basically, I like, I just play it at 1 because it's a little easier. Alright, next up we've got the extra deck. We play 1 copy of Ib, the World Chalice Justicar. Lets us search our World Legacy cards, which is crazy. And then when she's sent to the graveyard, if she's Synchro Summon, which she always is off of our cards, you can special summon a World Chalice monster from your deck. Incredibly useful card, really, really good, helps us do a lot of our combos. We play 1 copy of Crystal Wing, or you can play Red Dragon Abyss. You can do whatever you want. I like Crystal Wing slightly better because it can negate things, like effect monsters in the hand or anywhere. And I think a lot of the things coming at us right now are basically effect monsters. So I play 1 copy of Crystal Wing, 1 copy of Speedroid Chambara. Helps you OTK. 1 copy of Naturia Beast. Love this card. One of my favorite cards ever printed. So good. 1 copy of Phantom Knight Fortress. Basically, it's a level 9 that has going second options. 1 True King of all calamities. 1 Elazar Dolka. 1 Lagia. 1 Reaperdocus. And Nightmare Phoenix. Beat Cop. Guard Dragon Elpie. Guard Dragon Argopane. 1 copy of Triple Burst Dragon, which I'm sorry for not having, but I sold it because it's getting reprinted in a week. And 1 copy of Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres, which lets us do all types of crazy things. And now we can get to the combo portion of the video. Hope you enjoy. We're now in the combo portion of the video. The majority of the combos are going to be done with these cards here. You can start with anything from this side and anything from this side and basically do the full combo. But basically these, you really want to start off with Baby Ceresaurus and a Dragonic Diagram in hand. How you do it is really up to you. You can have the Terraforming, the Set Rotation, 1 of 3 copies of Diagram, Fossil Dig, Petite Pterodon, Soul Eating Oviraptor, Baby Ceresaurus. Somehow you'll get back to the 2 cards that we want, which are these 2. Alright, so for this combo, it just requires the Dragonic Diagram and the Baby Ceresaurus, basically the bread and butter of the deck. We're going to activate Diagram. We're going to pop the Baby Ceresaurus in our hand. We're going to search out the True King, the Vanisher. And off of the Baby Ceresaurus that we popped, we are going to summon Soul Eating Oviraptor. We're going to activate the effect of Soul Eating Oviraptor to add a Baby Ceresaurus from our deck to our hand. Next up, we're going to normal summon the Baby Ceresaurus, which we're going to allow us to activate Soul Eating Oviraptor to destroy Baby Ceresaurus to summon a dinosaur monster from our graveyard in defense mode, which is going to be the Baby Ceresaurus. We popped another Baby Ceresaurus, which is not once per turn, so we're going to activate the effect of Baby Ceresaurus to special summon Miscellaneousaurus from our deck. Now we're going to activate the effect of True King, the Vanisher, to pop Miscellaneousaurus and Baby Ceresaurus right there. Activate the effect of Baby Ceresaurus, very abusable card, to special summon, couldn't find it, the Jirac Aleo, level 1 tuner, level 4 monster, synchro summon into Ib, the World Chalice Justicar. Right there, we're going to activate on summon. We're going to search the World Legacy Monstrosity. We are now going to activate the World Legacy Monstrosity to special summon the the Kaiju, the Thunder Kaiju, and Nightmare Incarnation Idli from our deck to those zones right there. Now we are going to, I think this would be a good time to do this, we're going to banish any 4 monsters with Miscellaneousaurus included to special summon from our deck our Giant Rex. Next we're going to link away 1 level 9, which was going to be, I'm going to pick the Kaiju because this protects this for now. The Kaiju and the Ib, the World Chalice Justicar, to special summon our Beat Cop from the Underworld. And because the Justicar got sent to the graveyard, we can now summon a World Legacy or World Chalice monster from our deck, which is going to be the World Chalice Guard Dragon right there. We're going to link away the World Chalice Guard Dragon to special summon our first regular Guard Dragon, which is going to be LP right there. Now we're going to link this Link 1, this regular monster, and this Link 2 into our Triple Burst Dragon right there. Now we can activate LP to special summon the Guard Dragon Mordric from our deck. We can now link these two away, literally just for 1 second we need this, to special summon our Guard Dragon Argopane. And we are going to use Argopane's effect, because two monsters point to the same zone, to summon Crystal Wing. Or you can summon the Red Dragon Abyss. We'll link these two away to special summon the Heraldic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. We're going to overlay the Idly and the Vanisher to special summon the True King of All Calamities, and that is basically that combo. From this combo, you have one monster negate. You can negate basically all monsters of a type. You have a bounce, and then additionally you can summon the Goliath from our deck. And I don't see a Thunder Dragon player playing around this in any way. They don't play any hand traps, so basically, yeah, it's a pretty strong going first board from a deck that historically has had trouble going first. All around. So yeah, that's combo number 1. Alright, in this next combo we're going to be discussing how to get an Cherry Beast. These are our typical combo starters, a Dragonic Diagram and a Baby Sarosaurus. We're going to activate the Dragonic Diagram. We're going to pop the Baby Sarosaurus in our hand to add a True King, the Vanisher, from our deck. And we're also going to activate the effect of Baby Sarosaurus to special summon the Soul Eating Oviraptor. Now we're going to activate Soul Eating Oviraptor to add Baby Sarosaurus to hand. We're going to normal summon it. And then we're going to activate Soul Eating Oviraptor to pop our Baby Sarosaurus to summon a Baby Sarosaurus from our graveyard. We're going to activate the effect of the popped Baby Sarosaurus to special summon Miscellaneousaurus from our deck. With that, we are able to activate True King, the Vanisher, to pop Miscellaneousaurus and Baby Sarosaurus to special summon True King, the Vanisher. Next, we're going to activate the Baby Sarosaurus again to special summon our Jurak Aleo from our deck. We can now link these two away, the Soul Eating Oviraptor and the True King the Vanisher, to summon Reaperdokus from our deck. We can now activate the Miscellaneousaurus and banish 4 dinosaur monsters, which are the dinosaur monsters in our graveyard, to special summon Giant Rex, which is an earth monster. We're going to activate the effect of Reaperdokus to turn this into a earth monster. Now we have an earth tuner and an earth monster. We're going to synchro summon those away for a Cherry Beast. That's a basic 2-card Cherry Beast combo. You can do more with this, obviously. You have a dinosaur. You can do all types of other things with the rest of your hand. But this is basically when you're going first against Sky Strikers and other decks, rogue decks. This is a pretty good end board. Remember, this is a going second deck, so having going first place is always really nice. Alright, this next simple combo just requires Soul Eating Oviraptor and Miscellaneousaurus. There are situations where you will brick, for example, maybe draw hand traps in just these two monsters, and it's a little hard to dig your way out, but let's be real, there are situations where you do brick and you don't draw your Baby Sarosaurus or your Terraforming, and let's figure out what we can do with just these two cards. First of all, we're going to activate the effect in hand of Miscellaneousaurus. This will protect our dinosaurs. They are now unaffected by cards, which will protect us from hand traps. Then we're going to normal summon Soul Eating Oviraptor to send a dinosaur monster from our deck to the graveyard. We will send Giant Rex. We're going to activate the effect of Miscellaneousaurus. We're going to banish Giant Rex, and we're going to banish Miscellaneousaurus itself to special summon a level 2 dinosaur from our deck, which will be the Petite Pterodon. Now we are going to activate the effect of Giant Rex. When it's banished, you can special summon it to your side of the field for free. I'm going to summon it right there. We have two options at this moment. We will overlay into either the Giant Rex or the Soul. We're going to overlay these two into either the Elazar Dolka or the Elazar Logia. This basically negates a summon or the activation or spell and trap card, and this basically negates two monster effect activations. Two monster effect activations. Generally, you want to go for Dolka because it's two negations, so it's almost always better. But if you know what you're playing against, you might want to go for Logia. For example, if you're playing against Sky Strikers, I'd say Logia is probably a little bit better because it might cripple their board. But we're going to go for Dolka for the example here. Next, we're going to just end phase here. Petite Pterodon will be destroyed at the end phase because if you don't use it for anything off of miscellaneous source, it gets destroyed. So that gets destroyed, and we get to special summon a Dino Wrestler Pankatrops from our deck. And now, as you can see here, we have 2 to 3 interruptions. 2 to 3 interruptions just with this board. And remember, this is a going first board in a going second deck, and you have to keep in mind that sometimes it's a little rough going first with this deck, and sometimes you brick, and you got to know how to play around awkward hands. So that is a basic 2-card combo with just these two, in case you don't get to your main monsters.